Okay, so normally I don't really ask my subscribers to do anything, but here's the thing. Anybody who's watching this video, I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. My Twitter is JMD71421. I'm gonna leave it in the bottom, in the underneath a bar, as Brian B would say. But I'm gonna need everybody who watches this video. Hold on, y'all, because my mic is stuck. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna need everybody who's watching this video to tag Teddy, Lisa Rinna, and Erica Jane in this, because I need them to hear and receive everything that I'm about to say. Before I even get to this part, I want this to be very clear. Y'all could just send them this part. It is not Denise Richards' fault that the fans are going in on y'all the way that we are. Denise is not on Bravo. She's not in production. She was actually framed the entire season to be the villain. Do you want to know what it is? As fans, we have eyes. We have eyes, we have ears. We can see what the fuck is going on. Nobody has to make anybody look bad. All of y'all did that on your own. And it's kind of funny to me, Erica, that out of everybody, you're the one who had the most attitude when out of everybody that was on this show this season in regards to the situation, we had little to say about you, Erica. We didn't really have too much to say about you when it came to this. But seeing how you want to insert yourself amongst Teddy and Lisa Rinna that's who you want to keep in company. So guess what now, Erica? Now you can catch these bullets too. Let's keep it real. I'm going to say it again when I get to it. I'm going to say it now one more time. Denise Richards has nothing to do with the way that the fans are reacting to you guys. And all that shows, that little comment that y'all made, it shows how bothered y'all are. It shows how bothered, for real, all of y'all are. It's y'all own actions. Y'all are the ones, y'all control what y'all say on TV. Y'all control the way that y'all act. I'm going to get into it, but I had to put that on the forefront because when that was said, that really bothered me. Y'all really want to blame Denise for the way the rest of us is acting? You think Denise can control everybody on Twitter? That's what we're doing? Or you can coerce everybody on Twitter? So it's just everybody. Everybody's just on the same page to say, let's be on Denise's side. Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to fucking get there. We're here for the reunion, y'all. I'm not going to really talk too much about the outfits because I'm nobody's fashionista, don't really care. Dorit looked cute. Kyle, again, you look like Evelyn. Hell the fuck no. You look the fucking mess. Erica, you looked expensive. Lisa, that wig, I wanted to snatch it the fuck off your head. Garcelle, you looked amazing. I love the fact that she's the black designer. She looked poppin'. I seen her outfit a couple weeks ago, though, because I follow her on Instagram. And Denise, you look basic, per usual. All right, good. So, we're going to start out with Garcelle. Now, as soon as the Garcelle segment starts, Kyle's already making faces and shit like that, which is just like, okay, Kyle, see, I've been waiting to drag you all season in regards to Garcelle anyway, and you even made it even more that I'm really about to go in on you. But okay, we go through the whole thing. And once they get to the end or whatever, they kind of pretty much bring up, the whole issue between Garcelle and Kyle. Now, Garcelle is trying to explain to Kyle where her issue came from. Again, we talked about it earlier about how she feels like she glazes over her. But again, as Garcelle is talking, Kyle cuts her off. And when Garcelle said, why are you doing that? Like, I'm still talking. She's like, oh, that's what we do over here. And Dorit jumped in and said, no, we don't. No, see, Kyle, that's what you do. And I'm so thankful. I don't fuck with production like that or like that, but I do fuck with them when they trying to prove a point. Kyle, they showed in this season alone how many times you like to cut people off. Because like they said, at the end of the day, Kyle, you like to cut people off, incinerate, and bring it back to being about you because you're a selfish person. Maybe not in real life, but I'm telling you, that's how you come off across screen. You are very selfish and you're very entitled. So when somebody is saying something that you don't like, you feel like you have every single right to cut them the fuck off and say what it is that you want to. I can go into how that becomes, how that's part of the privilege of being a white woman, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother fucking day, okay? But the point of the matter is, everybody agreed that that's what you do. You cut people off, you don't listen to nobody, you just, and that's all you fucking did the whole time that Garcelle was talking. Now, this is how I know at the end of the day, Kyle, you're really a shitty person at the end of the day. And like, you're really making my tooth hurt again. And I ain't even gonna pull, you're making it hurt again because I'm aggravated. While they're sitting there going back and forth or whatever. Now, mind you, the topic is about whether or not the topic is why Garcelle had a problem with Kyle, right? That's the topic at hand. Kyle goes in about how, I feel like you was picking with me. I feel like you ain't really have an issue. You was just trying to find an issue with me. And I don't understand. You want to talk about being genuine, but you came to my party and you raised your paddle for $5,000 and you didn't pay. Before, pause right the fuck there. Garcelle's face and what she said afterwards, which is, Kyle, you better watch your mouth, that's such a black thing to say. It's a fact. Let me tell you something. This is how, Kyle, you're full of shit. Nobody was talking about anything about a charity. We were simply talking about the way that you guys interacted. And you brought that shit up about Garcelle to embarrass her. And that's where the issue comes in. And I'm pretty sure that's where it came in for Garcelle too. You did that shit to embarrass her. And one thing we're not going to do, I am so sorry if y'all going to get mad that I'm bringing race into it, but it is what it is. After that segment, they went on and they asked Garcelle about how it is being the first black housewife and all this other stuff. And she talked about the stereotypes that as black women and black people we have as a whole. And one of them stereotypes is the fact that black people don't got money. We don't pay. We looking for something quick and free. And for you to sit on this platform that you have in front of all of these white ass fucking people that I know is watching this show and insinuate to the fact that Garcelle did not pay some money to charity, that is disgusting. And like everybody said on Twitter, even before I read it, and I'm saying now, if you really care, this is how we know. First of all, let's go back to that party. Nobody brought up about the fact that you yourself, Kyle, said that you paid more to put on a party than you actually was going to even raise. That you paid damn near twice as much money for the actual event itself than the amount of money that you raised. So let's start off there. If you want to talk about somebody who's being genuine, that's not no genuine shit. That's for clout. That's for a fucking moment. That's number one. But number two, if you really cared so much about charity, if you really cared so much, why didn't you pick up the phone and call Garcelle? Once you found out that she didn't pay up the money, why wouldn't you call her? Seeing how you keep saying, oh, I've only tried to be nice to you. No, you came on this screen to try to embarrass her. And one thing you're not going to do, like Garcelle brought up and like somebody else said, is you're not about to disrespect Fancy. Not on our fucking watch. And I mean, not on our watch. You're not about to sit up here and make Garcelle look bad, and you're not going to try to fucking embarrass her. So to sit up there and then pull back and be like, oh, well, I've only tried to be nice. And then Garcelle brought up what I think I did a video on this before, about how Kyle on her Twitter has been going in on Garcelle since the season started. And I did a video on this a couple months ago because I just so happened to notice it. Every episode that's on, Kyle got something to say about Garcelle. I'm talking about she always tweeting about her. She's always liking shit that's negative about her. If you go on Garcelle's page, Garcelle says close to nothing about the Real Housewives. And it's funny because Kyle gonna come on and say, after she brought that up, like, oh, well, no, that's not really true. That's a lie. And Bravo was showing the tweets, putting it up on screen about the shit that you said about her. And Kyle's like, oh, well, they want us to tweet about the show. You're a fucking lie. They probably want you to tweet about the show every now and again, say, hey, it's coming on tonight. Hey, watch it. Hey, do that, this, that, and the third. But you're not obligated to sit up there and talk shit about your next castmate. That's all you did. And then you tried to backpedal and pussy pop. Shout out to all of the YouTubers. I can't even think who said that. But that's what you did. You backpedal and you pussy pop. Kyle, you was talking heavy shit online, and just like Garcelle was like, I'm not even surprised because somebody told me that. And they gonna say, Lisa Vanderpump is the one who told her that. I believe that. Because Kyle, you're really that really, really bothered me. And Garcelle brought it up later in between the little breaks when they like come back for a little bit, like they showed like a couple seconds of the clip, like while they're in between break and come back. And Garcelle said, I'm sorry, but I'm really bothered about this whole thing with the charity. Like I called my business manager and everything. And here come Kyle. Oh, well, we all got to be in a hot seat at one point in time. You didn't have to do that. So that's why at the end of the day, Kyle, you're full of shit. You're fake. You're messy, just like your fucking sister. Because there was no reason why that had to come up. And again, if you really cared, why didn't you call her and ask her that? Because you didn't. You wanted to try to use something against her. Not on my fucking watch, Kyle. You're not going to disrespect Garcelle on my fucking watch. The same woman who was in, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? And can I come? And possibly, can I take you out tonight? Video. You're not. We're not. You're not going to disrespect Fancy. I'll be damned. Okay, let's move on. Like I said, she got Twitter fingers. I love when Garcelle said, you better watch your mouth. I love when she said that. Like, sunny you, bitch, okay? Then they get on and they ask Garcelle about her being a first black housewife. This kind of whatever. I guess you got to ask her. But the point of the matter is, The better question should be, Andy, why has there never been, why is she the first black housewife? Out of y'all 10 seasons in, right? Why is that? That's the question that should be asked. The question that should be asked to him is, why do you feel like you have to why do you, Andy, feel like you have to segregate the housewives? Why is it that all of the black ones are on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real House of Potomac, and that everybody else is where they're at? Why can't we mix it up more? Huh? You the same. I'll get back into it about why I don't respect Andy Cohen for a whole lot of reasons, but specifically 2 seasons before, when Kim came back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, in that reunion, she went off on the end talking about this is why white girls would never be on the show, because they got to sit up there and have a whole bunch of black women sit up there and yell at them. And then you came back later and defended what Kim said. Andy, you're full of shit. And if I was Garcelle, my question to you would be, why am I the first black housewife in Beverly Hills? Because I know for a fact I ain't the only black woman that lives in Beverly Hills. So answer that for me. Riddle me that, Robin. Riddle me that, bitch, okay? And then, they talked about, Garcelle also said, I'm sorry, they brought up the fact that Garcelle said on Wendy Williams, like, everybody pretty much tiptoed around her because she was a black girl and they didn't want to say the wrong thing. And Kyle's like, that's not true. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, Kyle, shut the fuck up. Like, just be quiet. You don't have to admit to that, but it is true. You see nobody else said anything, right? Because everybody know it's true. And Garcelle made a good point. With how everything is going right now, I know all of y'all tiptoed around me because y'all didn't want to say the wrong thing. And y'all was scared if y'all said something, like she said, that Twitter, specifically black Twitter, was coming for that ass. And one thing you white hoes know about, one thing you hoes do know about, is the power of black Twitter. We don't play that shit. We'll come for everything that you fucking own. So that's why y'all haven't come for her. Just like how I said earlier about Kyle trying to throw Garcelle under the bus. When I went on Twitter, because I didn't watch it last night, but when I went on Twitter, people was going in and saying, Kyle, you not going to touch our queen, period. And again, Kyle, you're full of shit. Oh, yes, I said whatever it is that I wanted to say. And also, I'm sorry to be long-winded on this Kyle and Garcelle thing, but Kyle said to Garcelle, oh, well, my whole thing is, if you got a problem, then just say it. And like Garcelle said multiple times, I did. I told you in your face. I said behind scenes. I'm saying now. So what do you mean, just be honest? I am being honest, bitch. I don't like you. I don't like you. I have spent 12 minutes on one fucking section. I have got to keep going. I'm so sorry, y'all. That really pissed me off, though. Then, they asked her, how did she talk to her kids about Black Lives Matter, everything that's going on. Garcelle said yes. Kyle's lying, talking about something. It's an ongoing conversation in our household. No, the fuck it's not. Like everybody's saying, Kyle, stop lying. No, it's not. Just, you ain't have to say nothing at all. It is what it is. Then he also asked Erica, like I said, I've done videos about the Black Lives Matter and the way that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in particular have like reacted to it throughout this whole time. I've done like 2 different videos on it if y'all would like to hear more about that. But like I said, they asked Erica, because Erica's son is a cop, but she said, she sees good work through him, but she does understand that there is a problem. And he said, has anybody reached out to you since all of this? Sorry. And she said, Garcelle is the only person who's reached out to me. And when she said that, she said, Garcelle reached out to me. She the only one. She kind of said it inside-eyed. See, that shows how grand of black people that we are. We are the ones going through something, right? We're the ones going through something, and we'll still call to check up on you to see how you and your son is doing, because we're not hateful people. We're wonderful, okay? So then we get on to Sutton being introduced, and then we talk about the whole thing with Dorit and Sutton and how that happened, and about how Dorit pretty much like over exaggerated what it was that Sutton said about Lisa, about messing up Lisa Rinna's daughter's party. She asked Lisa, why the fuck did you freak out? Like, everybody wants to know, why did Lisa freak out when nothing actually happened? Oh, well, it was just, oh, Lisa, shut the fuck up. Honestly, I don't even care. I don't care about Lisa. I don't care. And everybody keeps saying, well, when you come into this group, nobody has to live by what y'all rules is. Nobody got to live by what y'all say. Just because y'all are cool with how y'all interact with each other within this group, that don't mean that a newcomer is going to come in and feel the same way. So I'm tired of that, okay? Teddy, then we talk about how Sutton called Teddy boring at the table, and Andy, whoever made that question, made a good point. You talk about you want your friends to be honest, but when Sutton was honest, you got up and you cried. Oh, well, I didn't cry about that. I cried because she said that I was pregnant, and she made it seem like that was such a bad thing. No, like Sutton said, it was tongue-in-cheek. When she said, girl, you're boring and you're pregnant, everybody know that she didn't mean that in a negative way. Again, Teddy, milking some shit just to get some clout, just to get a storyline this season. It is what it is. we all know that she didn't mean it and like, oh my gosh, bitch, you're pregnant. She meant it in the sense of, oh girl, like, and you're pregnant too. Like, what am, girl, like, look at your pregnant ass. I do that to my friend all the time who just had my goddaughter not that long ago. I be like, oh bitch, I wish I could come out there to come see you, but girl, you all up in the house, laying, bored, and you pregnant. Not in a bad way. Stop fucking milking the teddy. Bye. Sutton, I like the fact that Sutton admitted that in the beginning of the season she did look bad, and she admitted to the fact that she had her own insecurities, which is why that came out that way. I appreciate that. That's why I say Sutton is one of my things. Like I said, that's when Garcelle brought up the whole thing about the charity because she was pissed that she should have been. Then finally we get to the whole thing about Denise, all right? And we talk about the whole situation again, like that we've been talking about all fucking season. And, oh, well, Denise, you said that your kids couldn't come, but, you know, you should have just said that you didn't want them to come. I think I said on that episode that that I feel like the reason why Denise kids didn't come is because Denise has teenagers, and the party that y'all had was for children. Like, y'all was like, oh, well, it's a kid event. Yeah, well, y'all have small kids. She has teenagers. And like she said, I'm pretty sure they didn't want to go any the fuck way. And again, like I put, she don't gotta explain. I'm so tired. Y'all entitlement is crazy. Nobody gotta explain to y'all why they didn't bring their kids around. That's their fucking business. It's not your kids. Did you push them out of your vagina? No. So nobody has to explain why her kids aren't around. Her kids are not on the fucking cast of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She is. Not her children. So they don't gotta come nowhere. It's just that fucking simple, okay? Okay, so then like I said, I went on my whole point in the beginning. I'm gonna go off on it again. Yeah. Lisa talking about, oh, you're gaslighting, you're trying. Okay, again, so like I said, I'm just gonna finish in on my point because that's really all of the fucking reunion was. But this is what I want to go off on again. The fact that Erica and Lisa and Teddy pretty much all said that, oh, do you see the way that they be going in on Twitter? Like, you tried to make us look bad. That's what you did. You tried to make us look bad. Look at how they go in on us on Twitter. Let's be real. Do y'all really want to know why we go in on y'all on Twitter? This is why. It's because what Denise said is facts. I understand the whole situation. It happened, right? All right, cool. We agreed to disagree. I wanted to move on and y'all kept bringing it up. That is a fact. And I have said that in every video that I've done so far, is the fact that y'all keep talking about wanting to let this issue go, but y'all keep bringing it up. That's why on Twitter we're on Denise's side, because y'all won't let it go. That's nothing that Denise said. That's from what we see with our own eyes. Y'all don't let it go. Number two, y'all made this a much bigger fucking deal than it had to be across the board. That's number two. And number three, the fact that all of y'all is so willing to just believe fucking Brandy, like Teddy gonna bring up again next week. Oh, well, Brandy told me more than what you said about me, than what she just said. Who did that come from, huh? No, because she said you said more stuff about me to Brandy than what we heard on the show. Who told you that? Brandy, huh? That's our problem as the viewing audience. It has nothing to do with Denise making anybody look bad. Again, this whole season has been framed to make Denise the villain. And that's why y'all are really mad. Y'all are mad because the way that the season was framed on TV is not how the audience and how the viewing audience as a whole took it. We seen what y'all was trying to do at the end of the day. We seen that y'all was trying to paint Denise as a villain, and nobody else in this group was trying to take accountability for where their fault was in this entire situation. That's what it has to do with. So Erica, Lisa, Teddy, if y'all don't like what the fuck gotta be said on Twitter, stay the fuck off of it. But do not sit on the same camera. This is the thing. So y'all want to blame the fans, right? But don't y'all need us to watch this show? Y'all might want to be careful about the people that y'all are insulting, because pretty much what y'all are trying to say is that us as the viewing audience, we don't have no type of discernment. We can't sit up here and see both sides of something. That's y'all problem, and that's why we have an issue, because y'all don't want to see anything from both sides. Y'all want to look at it from one little thing, and that's why Dorit, that's why Sutton, that's why Garcelle, for the most part, none of them said anything, because it's just like, I'm not going to keep going in a circle. But again, let me say this again, as a fan, as somebody who watches the show, and I interact with people who watch the show, it has nothing to do with Denise making y'all look bad. Y'all doing that on y'all own. Erica, you don't need no fucking help. Lisa Rinna and Teddy, y'all two in particular don't need no help. And let me put it out there, Lisa, you talking about some, oh, well, she likes something saying I should lose my job. You should. You and Teddy don't belong on our screen. We are tired. I have seen so much up and down Twitter how y'all two in particular, we don't want y'all on our show. We don't want y'all on the show no more. Teddy, you bring absolutely fucking nothing. You bring nothing to this show, okay? Absolutely nothing. And Lisa, like, this is how I know what I'm talking about. Didn't I say last review that Lisa loves attention? And what in the previews did she say? Oh, I love attention. Don't nobody want that type of shit on TV. You're an attention seeking whore, and nobody wants that shit on their TV all the time. So as far as I'm concerned, yes, Lisa, you should get fired. Go sit your ass at home and make sure Harry Hamlin ain't cheating on you. And Teddy, go take care of your fucking baby. Do that. But both of y'all hoes need to get the fuck off my TV. Erica, I'm going to give you a little leeway because I do fuck with Erica and I like her. I really, really do. But in this situation, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Nobody but y'all three made y'all look bad. So that's that on that. Get in the comments. Y'all know we be in the comments talking. Get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out. Bye.